In this video, we will write a C program for diagonal matrix. So I will start a new project, and the project name I will call it as matrices. I'll select the language as C language. Next, create a project. Project is ready, and here is the main function. I will hide these panels. Now the complete program is here. As we have discussed already on whiteboard, for implementing a matrix, we need a single dimension array for storing the elements, the only non-zero elements, and also its dimensions, that is n. So I will define a structure for these two things together. I'll call the structure name as matrix so that it is useful for all type of matrices. First of all, we need an array of some size. So I will take an array of size 10 right now for a diagonal matrix. See, I am taking a fixed size array. You can create an array dynamically in a heap. We already know how to create a single dimension array in a heap. So you can take a pointer and create an array. But for explanation purpose, I am taking a fixed size array. Now this is a diagonal matrix. Here inside the main function, I will create a variable of type matrix M. And let us set the dimension of this one as 4. This is 4 by 4 matrix. Now I will write on the functions that we have discussed, that is set and get function. So first function I will write on set. Set, it should take a matrix as a parameter. The parameter name I will give it as M only. Then it needs I and j value. What is the index at which you want to set the element? And last thing is, what is the element you want to insert? And it's going to modify the matrix, so it should be called by address. So I will take a pointer. Then as we are going to store only non-zero elements, then we should check whether the indices are equal or not. If the indices are equal, then we will set an element x at that particular index. Now m dot a of, I can either use I minus 1 or j minus 1, anything, and there I should assign the variable x. So if I is equal to j, then only the value will be set, otherwise nothing will be stored, means zero elements are not stored. Now next I will write a function for get, which returns an integer value. It needs an array matrix, that is m, parameter I am giving it as n, then it needs indices I and j. So it returns the element at that particular index. This should also return the value if I is equals to j. So first thing, check if I is equal to j, then we can return an element. So return an element from array of I minus 1. Either I can write I minus 1 or j minus 1. Otherwise, element is not there means it is 0. If it is non-zero element, then this a of I minus 1 will send. Otherwise, 0 will be sent. Element is 0 type. Then I will write one more function for displaying this matrix. So function name is display. Then it should take matrix as a parameter. I need two variables for running two for loops because it should display it as two-dimensional array. So using for loop, I will display for I assign 0 and I is less than m dot n I plus plus. Then for j assign 0, j is less than m dot n and j plus plus. And in this for loop, I should print the value only if I is equals to j. Then I should print f percentile d, I'll give some space, that is m dot a of I minus 1 element. Otherwise, I should print 0. Just 0 with a space. Then after the end of inner for loop, that is after the end of a row, I should print new line. That's it. This is a display function. Now from the main function, I will call set function and set some values that of a diagonal matrix. Then I will call display to show you the matrix. So Here I will call set function and set the values. First of all, 1 comma 1, I will set the value 5. In the same line, I will write down pass array, and 2 comma 2 also I will set the value, that is 8. Likewise, I will set one more value, 3 comma 3, and the value is 9. Then at 4 comma 4 also I will set the value is 12. So I have set some values. Now let us display this matrix. Let us run the program. Yeah, here we got a diagonal matrix, that is the elements are non-zero only inside the diagonal, rest of the elements are zeros, because I am printing here 0 values, right? If the I value and j value are not equal, if I and j values are equal, I am displaying m of a of I, right? While storing, I am giving the indices starting from 1 onwards. So while storing, I am taking I minus 1 or I minus 1 when I am retrieving. But for displaying, I am starting from 0 onwards, so I have taken only a of I. If I have to use the same formula I minus 1, then I should start this from 1 onwards. I assign 1 and j assign 1. Now let us call a function get and get the value at some location. I will directly print the value get percentile d and new line. I will get the value at a location 2 comma 2. So it should give me value 8. So it should print 8. Yes, it is printing 8. Then after that, display function is displaying all the elements of a matrix. So that's all. Anywhere inside your application, if you need a diagonal matrix, then you should have a structure and these supporting functions for a matrix. And if at all you need to display the matrix, then you can have display function also. Otherwise, for looking at the output, we are using this display function. So this may or may not be required, but set and get functions are more important for this matrix. So this is the implementation of the matrix. Now for the following matrices also the same thing we will do, only the difference is you may have to change the size of this array and the formulas will change. So for rest of the matrices it will be a student exercise. That's all with this matrix.